All right, guys, so Lowriders Customs Classics just came out, and you guys know we got 3 new ones on the way. So if you want the cheapest shark cards than any other place you can get them, check out G2A in the description and use code BOSS for an extra discount. Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be doing another Q&A video where I take your questions from Twitter and I answer them all in this video. Now, in today's Q&A, we've got a ton of questions, obviously a bunch on the aftermath of GTA Online Lowriders Customs Classics, what I'm calling GTA Lowriders 2, and also the upcoming new set of Lowriders, which we don't really know and Rockstar really hasn't officially announced, but we still have a bunch of information and details on. So we're going to be talking about all of that in this video. If you want to submit your question for a future episode, just be sure to use the hashtag AskBoss on Twitter whenever I'm looking for Q&A questions. But with out of the way, let's not waste any more time and let's get it started. All right, our first question comes from Dammy DeWinter, and he says, when do you think the other 3 cars will be released? Hashtag AskBoss. So Dammy is talking about the 3 lowriders that were added with this update but have been disabled and not activated via tunables. So he's talking about the Vapid minivan, he's also talking about the DeClasse Tornado, and also the DeClasse Sabre Turbo. Now, Dammy, there was actually a newswire the other day that talked about Lowriders Customs Classics event week, which is going on from March 18th through the 24th. So I doubt that they would add them into the game during that week. And the 24th goes until Thursday. So I would imagine that if that week holds up to be true, and since that event ends on a Thursday, maybe on Friday, Rockstar will announce that the new DLC cars will probably come out on like Tuesday or something like that. Or who knows, they might launch them on that Friday. So I don't really know. I would imagine Rockstar would want to space them out a little bit. So there was actually a good bit that came in this update. Obviously, we got the new adversary mode, lots of new clothing, the new weapons, and the new cars. So I would imagine, like I said, Rockstar would probably want to space them out a little bit and not like rush them into the game. So I would imagine 2 or 3 weeks before we see them. But who knows? They ultimately might surprise us and drop them a little bit sooner than we all expected. And as I've explained in other videos, because these files and these cars are already in the game, they can be activated via tunables, meaning Rockstar doesn't have to add a new update into the game in order to get them into Grand Theft Auto Online. So who knows? My best guess is about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 10 or 14 days. Might be shorter or it might be longer, but I am very excited about all 3 of those new vehicles. That's actually a great segue into our next question from Phonos Gamer. He says, hashtag AskBoss, what upcoming lowrider are you most looking forward to? So as you probably are seeing in the background right now, and what I showed you guys a few days ago, I actually got to customize these new lowriders in online. It was lots of fun. And honestly, from what I've seen and what I've experienced so far, the DeClasse Tornado is going to be awesome. So I'm so hyped about that because we haven't seen anything like it in terms of customization in online. I'm talking about customizing the soft top convertible, changing it to like a zebra or a leopard or, striped or whatever the case might be. You can like decorate the panels and the back tire rear holder thing. It's crazy this customization you can do. So I think I'm most looking forward to the DeClasse Tornado. And I know this wasn't part of your question, but I think the one I'm looking forward to least is the minivan. Now, it is really cool. It looks like a giant version of like a Hot Wheels, but it shares a lot of the same customization with the Moonbeam. So we've kind of seen it before. So I really am looking forward to the Tornado. I think it's going to be really awesome and kind of like the marquee car of this update. So we are really just going to have to see and wait till it comes out until everyone can get a feel for it. But right now, my personal favorite and opinion is that the Tornado will be awesome. All right, let's shift gears a little bit. Shellshot Gaming says, out of all the new lowrider cars, which one is your favorite by far? So I'm going to restrict this to the ones that we officially see in-game. So that would be the 3 new ones of the Slam Van, the Faction Donk, and also the Dundreary Virgo. Now, by far my favorite of these ones is the Slam Van. I think that it's incredibly unique. The customization is so cool. The liveries are amazing, whether it's the black top bomber, the black flames, the red flames, whether it's the shop liveries. I think they look incredible. And I don't think the donks are that fascinating. It's basically big wheels and just high risers. And there isn't a whole lot of customization you can do with the donks. And I think the Dundreary Virgo is cool because it's a Grand Theft Auto 4 retro car, but it just doesn't get me that excited. So overall, I was thrilled about the Slam Van. I think the Slam Van is a slam dunk, no pun intended. I think it's awesome. It's a home run. They knocked it out of the park with that. And the other ones, I think, you know, they're okay. The faction dog has got some great liveries, I think, with the Sprunk and the Cherry Popper and the Bishop's Chicken. I mean, those are some great liveries, but there isn't a whole lot to do with the car other than put giant wheels on it. So I really like the Slam Van. I think it was a fantastic choice to be able to be upgraded and modified in Benny's original Motorworks. Our next question comes from Joshua, and he says, hashtag Ask Boss, are you hoping for a Benny's update that includes some off-road vehicles or something different? You know, I think that would be awesome. I've said that off-road vehicles would be super cool in Benny's original Motorworks, whether it's the dune buggy, whether it's a dirt bike. You know, there's so many great off-road vehicles in the game, and I hope Rockstar does end up opening up more than just sports cars and lowriders and muscle cars into the game. I really do think that would be awesome to see in Benny's. I think Benny's has opened the door for so many cool things to do in game, and I think Rockstar sees that because honestly, the last, I think, 2 out of 3 DLCs have included stuff to go in Benny's. So this version of Lowriders, the original Lowriders, and the January Drop Zone update all had to do with a Lowrider. So the last 3 out of 4 really have included Benny's stuff. So I think Rockstar knows it, and I think they're going to be doing more stuff going forward, which is great if you love Benny's. All right, our next question comes from A. Garcia, and he says, what do you think is going to come after Lowriders 3? Hashtag Ask Boss. So Lowriders 3 are the 3 hidden Lowriders that haven't been added into the game. It's not a new update. That's just what I'm calling it. I'm calling this new one Lowriders 2 because I think it's a little easier to say than Lowriders Customs Classics. But nonetheless, Lowriders 3 are the minivan, the Sabre GT, and the Tornado. So those are those 3 vehicles. I'm not sure what's going to come after. I think personally something big is coming out. I didn't think that Lowriders Customs Classics was that big of a DLC because honestly, it's just 3 vehicles. They weren't even new. These were not new vehicles. In fact, none of the vehicles are new. They've just gotten Benny's modifications, some new clothing, and a few new weapons. So I think Rockstar is working on something big, and the last 3 or 4 DLCs we've gotten are just holding us over to what they're massively planning to have happen, whether it's in GTA 5, hopefully for maybe a single-player DLC, or whether it's in GTA Online for another crazy update like Executives and Other Criminals. We're really just going to have to wait and see. We got another question from Josh Danny, and he says, do you think a DLC will come out for Easter? Hashtag Ask Boss. Easter is tough, even though it would be the next holiday update, and I think Rockstar tries to stay away from religious updates. Now, I know what you might be saying, wait a minute, didn't they have a Christmas-themed DLC? Well, yeah, they did, but that's more of a holiday-themed update where it encompasses all the holidays of the winter season. Easter is very specifically geared towards the religion of Christianity, which I know some people obviously don't celebrate. There's multiple religions around the world. So I think Rockstar might want to avoid that. And I think the Easter theme might be hard. I mean, they could make, Easter egg grenades, but other than that, I'm really not too sure what they could do. Our next question comes from Raul Martinez. He says, hashtag Ask Boss, what GTA do you prefer for a sequel, San Andreas or Vice City? Well, I kind of consider Grand Theft Auto 5 the sequel to San Andreas, even though we don't have 2/3 of the cities, that being San Fierro and Las Venturas. Hopefully, maybe Rockstar will change that down the line, but for now, we've only got one city of Los Santos, and I personally have a man crush on Vice City. I love the theme. I love the city of Miami, which is what Vice City's based off of. So Vice City 2 is my personal favorite, and that's what ultimately I'd like to see, but I know a lot of people love San Andreas no matter what, so they'd probably like to see that also. You really can't go wrong either way, but I would personally love to see a Vice City update or a sequel to that. All right, and our final question comes from Mike Art. He says, what do you think of the new adversary modes being leaked? Could sports be the next big thing in GTA Online? Hashtag Ask Boss. So Mike, you are right. It does look like the next adversary mode is going to be a sports theme. Apparently, it's going to be called Inch by Inch, and it has to do with American football or rugby. So there was an American football found. There was like a goalpost found. So lots of interesting things being discovered in the file. And there's a saying that's for football and baseball, which are 2 American sports, that it's a game of inches. So that would make sense that the game mode is going to be called Inch by Inch. I'm not sure what the objective is going to be. I would imagine it would be like a football game, an American football game, carrying a package, trying to get it from one side to another. And if you do, you score. And if you don't, the other team gets it. That's kind of my guess for what this adversary mode is going to be. Who knows? Maybe that will come in the next update when these new lowriders come in the game, since its files are already in the game and can be turned on and accessed via the tunables. But anyways, that's all the questions that I'm going to be tackling in this week's Q&A video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Once again, if you want to get involved in the next episode, use the hashtag AskBoss like seen in all the questions in this Q&A, and just submit them whenever I'm looking for questions for a Q&A video. If you did go on to enjoy, a like rating would of course be awesome, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.